Hey BookTube, it is time to wrap up October's romance.
I got my ticket for the long way round.
This shouldn't take too long because the bulk of what I read was sci-fi and fantasy and paranormal and yeah, that kind of thing. But I did read a little bit of romance, so I would love to tell you what it was. So let's start off with Not You, It's Me by Julie Johnson. This was narrated on audio by Carly Robbins. And I loved the narration. Carly Robbins did a wonderful job with voicing these characters. They were true to the character. They were full of emotion. She didn't stop and start or phrase things awkwardly. She just did a great job with this. So I really liked the narration. This is a difficult one to rate because the storytelling was done well. Julie Johnson did a great job of that. She did a great job of outlining her characters. And I would say she did a fair job with her character development. But the problem came in where she had like tons of stuff going on. And I had a little bit of a problem with the main character because she was strong, independent, self-sufficient. Yet the guy would tell her what to do. She'd say, hey, knock it off. And he'd say, no. And she'd go, oh, okay. No. No, that is not a strong woman. So her character wasn't consistent, and I didn't like that. Actually, she had two girlfriends, and when they would get together, the dialogue was so well written. And I thought, you know what? I wish this had been a story about these three girlfriends rather than this romance that takes off into, comic book territory. And I say comic book because it was just so exaggerated and over the top. So in the end, I think there was more that I didn't like than I did. Yeah, so I gave it 2 stars. And then I went to Sunshine, Idaho with Jill Shalvis. I'm totally addicted to this author right now, and her books are like candy. They're like literary candy. I was telling a friend of mine this just today. I was telling her it's like dessert, or a little snack piece of sugary sweetness that just kind of finishes off a big meal. So if I've had a whole lot of intense post-apocalyptic sci-fi, danger and all that kind of thing, this is a nice way to just kind of clear my brain and finish all that off. Go to Jill Shalvis with a little bit of literary candy. Well, in September I went to Lucky Harbor, and I never wanted to leave because that place is like Stars Hollow from Gilmore Girls. I've said that before. But so Sunshine, Idaho, this, the whole setting for it is a small town, but we start out with people associated with the vet and his clinic and an animal shelter kind of place, and the people all associated with that. These are narrated, one narrator, thank God. She's wonderful, and her name is Karen White. She does an excellent job of voicing these characters and telling this story. She phrases things well. The emotion is high when it needs to be and low when it's not, and she can deliver a clever line with just the right amount of sarcasm in her voice, so she is wonderful. And I'm so grateful that it's one narrator, because although these books are very formulaic and after a while, everybody can sound the same. I don't know. Karen White is just able to mix it up just enough. And the stories are different enough and written well enough that, that's easy to set aside. You just totally enjoyed the stories. So book 1 is Lila and Brody. Lila's been around for a long time. She's kind of stuck. She runs the animal shelter, and Brody is a helicopter pilot who has come home after some trauma, I don't know, to be with his foster brothers and get his bearings again before he leaves. And so, oh, romance, he's leaving. What are we going to do? Happily ever after, and we're done. Book 2 is Dell the vet and Jade the city girl from Chicago who had something bad traumatize her, and then she ran away, and now she's the reception at the vet clinic. And so vet, receptionist, romance, happily ever after. Yeah. There was a cute kitten in that one, and she called it Beans. Book 3 is Rescue My Heart. This is the story of Holly and Adam. Holly is a girl who runs her dad's ranch, and Adam is one of those 3 brothers who associated with the vet clinic. So it's the story of their romance and happily ever after. And that is all the romance that I read for October. If you've read any of these books, I would love to know your thoughts. So let's talk about that in comments. And that's it for now from me. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.
When I'm gone, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my walk. You're gonna miss me by my talk. Oh, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone.